Welcome in to the parking lot preview. It's a sad one today.
Yeah.
We're previewing the off season, the end of 2023.
No game.
No game today. No game for a while, unfortunately. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all sad. You know, we want to go over what has been a great season for the Harbor Hawks, a great season for us, and a great season for everyone involved. But as we mentioned, no game today. That is because of last night's outcome. Last night, a tough loss against Bourne. What am I doing? I'm Mike Maynard alongside Matt Coates.
They know who we are. Here. They've been here.
We've been here for, what, 49 games? 49 game season. A lot of games. And
oh, wait. 50. Wait, no. Sorry.
I believe it's 49.
It's 49. I don't know. I did a little something in my head.
49 games, though. A lot of games. Too much for Matt to even keep track of. But it's been a great season. Had a lot of good memories, a lot of good experiences. And we got to do this show probably about 25 times.
Yeah.
Something like that, at least for us. Which has been great. Almost been an episode out every single game.
Started a few games in, but relatively early on, and just kept rolling since.
I feel like it improved a good amount, but you know, we're here on a sad day, but with some nice weather. It's pretty nice. But yeah, McKeon parking lot is a little bit empty today, unfortunately, but whatever. We'll move on. So yeah, last night 12-4 loss against Bourne. A tough one. Obviously, no one was super happy after that game. A lot of people stayed a decent amount after the game, reminisced, and said their goodbyes and all that jazz. But Matt, I want to kick it to you. Give me your outlook on last night's game, specifically against Bourne in Game 3.
Yeah, last night obviously wasn't the best game, but Coach said when we talked to him quickly after the game, Bourne just won that game. They were the better team. They came out, they played well. Something about Game 2 and 3 of that series, we were just never there. Bourne was a little bit hungrier, a little bit more aggressive on offense, and they just came out, and they showed it in Game 3, which is obviously unfortunate. You wanted to see the team get back to the championship for the first time since 2015, but we'll come back next year and do the same thing. So the game, just early on, tough start offensively. Bourne got 4 runs right away. So right from the jump, we were at a deficit. And then since then, it was a weird game with the rain. Things were just never quite there for our team.
Yeah, unfortunate loss. Obviously, like we mentioned, it was an elimination game. Had to have it, but really just, like you said, Bourne just wanted it, a little bit more. And, came out and just played a better game. And, that's baseball. Sometimes you're there, and you're playing your best baseball, and sometimes you have an off day. And unfortunately for the Harbor Hawks, 2 in a row ends your season like that. So playoffs are tough. 3-game series are a little bit tough, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And, on to bigger and better things, moving on to the off season here. But we want to give a shout out to a bunch of people for making this summer great. We've had the experience or the chance to create some experiences with a large group of people. You even got to move in with a bunch of new guys that you made a bunch of friendships with. So, I'll start with you. You can give shout outs, whoever you want. Just, there's plenty of people to thank and, just appreciate for what they've done for us.
Yeah, like you said, shout out my roommates. Made this summer awesome. Mike's a Cape local, so we got to live at home. So a different experience for him than myself. I am from New Jersey, so I moved in with, 5 strangers at the beginning of the summer, and so happy I did. Great group of guys, so thankful for them for making my summer what it was. But I think one thank you to start is thank you to Miss Leo Rogers for hiring me and Mike and giving us this chance to work here this summer. It was an awesome internship. We were given a lot of freedom to explore and create content, which is how we came up with this series. So I'm very thankful for this job and this opportunity to watch some great baseball this summer, meet some great and awesome people, and just have a fantastic time.
Yeah, huge shout out to Leah, like you said. Got us a ton of experience because we were able to basically do whatever we wanted. Yeah. And, I think we did a pretty good job. But, even if we didn't, Leah wasn't one to criticize. Yeah. And, it was just there to basically allow us to use our creativity to, create as much content as we can. And, I think it really worked out well. So, again, huge shout out to Leah for bringing us both here. Huge shout out to Matt for being here and making every parking lot preview and every game just a grand old time. I'm getting a little sad here because this is probably going to be the last time I see Matt, at least for a long time. Hopefully we'll keep in touch. But You know, we've been sitting in these chairs almost every game
Mm-hmm.
over the summer, and you know, even when we're not sitting in these chairs specifically, we're over there,
There in those chairs,
or we're somewhere else in
or
a
in
different town.
some chairs.
Yeah, we're sitting at those games, having great conversations always.
Mm-hmm.
So great memories there. But you know, we wouldn't be here without being hired. So you know, thank you to the Harbor Hawks as an organization in general,
Mm-hmm.
just for you know giving us both the ability to come here and live out this great experience, and you know experience Cape Cod and the Cape League and all it has to offer. Because you know, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I know you did too, and I know pretty much every intern that was here could say the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
You know, I don't even know where to go next. There's so
I
many
think we
people.
can't forget the team.
The team.
Coach Beatty, Coach Eric Luxus being so available to us after games. After some games, I'm sure they definitely didn't want to talk to us.
That's for sure.
They still came over and they're like, you guys want to interview? We did, and we talked to them, and then all the players. I can't think of one player who had trouble getting to interview. They were all very nice, very respectful, let us do our jobs and helped us out. So thank you to all the players. A few shout outs in particular. Ben Williamson, he left. He was a great guy, super nice. John Gazdar, Eric Snow, I did a lot. I feel like I've talked to Snow every day recently. Great guy. Shout out to everybody, all the players. Those are just the three who came to my mind.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, the team, like you said, Eric Beatty, after every single game, we didn't even have to, after a few games, we didn't even have to find him anymore.
Yeah,
he would
came
find
to
us,
us.
come straight up to us and say, hey, you guys need me? And every game we did. So we really appreciated that. And, you know, when he was out for a little bit, moving, or, you know, going to, I believe it was his son's baseball tournament, Coach Eric Luxus filled in as, like, you know, an interim head coach. And also did a great job, you know, dealing with us and our questions and, you know, helping us with our stories. So huge shout out to both of them. Huge shout out to, again, like you said, the players. You know, I don't want to name the whole team, but I know I did a feature story on Cam Smith and, you know, got to interview him for, you know, longer periods of time. And every guy that I dealt with this organization really, you know, was so pleasant and so welcoming. And, you know, even though I was just some writer that was just looking to put together a story, every one of them treated me like I was, you know, royalty. So I can't ask for more, or couldn't ask for more from everyone involved. And you know, even our GM, our president, Nick and Dan Johnson. Not related, but great guys. Helped me out with countless different opportunities and different things. You know, Nick Johnson, again, me and you talked to him at the little meeting before the season started. And you know, he was all about everything we were bringing up to him. Every idea we had, he was all over it. And you know, helped us a lot with having this creativity, having this flexibility to basically do whatever we wanted with you know, this show and with writing our stories and everything. So huge shout out to him. And you know, I guess that what goes with that is that baseball ops
baseball
organization, baseball ops team, which you had, again, first-hand experience with. What did you see out of them this season?
Yeah, a lot of great guys and people who really liked what they did. They worked really hard for the team. It's funny, our jobs have been very different. I've talked to my roommates about this. We were very reactionary. Everything we do is a result of what happened on the field. They are the exact opposite. They are very precautionary. They work tirelessly before games, before series. They were talking about it. If we won last night, they probably would have been up all night last night scouting for Orleans, and they would have loved to do it. They work very hard, trying to help the team prepare for who they're going against. So, and just a nice, awesome group of guys. Very unique. I think we're one of the only true front offices, you could say, on Cape Cod. A new wave, so to speak. So awesome for those guys to get that opportunity, and great for us to get to meet and work with so many nice people.
Yeah, I mean, the team had a good amount of success. You know, obviously not made it to the championship, but the Western Division Finals, and only, you know, was one game away from making that championship, and you never know what happens. So that baseball ops team really did a great job, and you know, it was, like you said, a very new thing. That wasn't a thing for any of the teams this year, besides the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, and wasn't a thing last year, even for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. The baseball, okay, we're gonna keep it rolling.
Stay with us.
No, there we go. Wow, look at that. But yeah, that baseball ops team did a great job bringing in a bunch of guys that, you know, like we've mentioned, are great personalities off the field as well. You know, did great on the field and had a lot of success out there. But we're also just great guys to be in the clubhouse with. Obviously, we don't have a clubhouse, but the dugout.
And McKeon with.
Yeah, just great guys to experience your summer with, and great personalities, had a lot of fun, and made the summer better than it, could have been. So shout out to the baseball ops team for making it, everything it could be. And, another group that I want to thank is, the game day people, everybody that makes everything at McKeon Park work. The other fields that we go to also have their game day interns. I believe ours are the best, but I might be a little biased. Anyways, everything that we had going on, we had 50-50 raffles every day, and we had people waiting at tables to greet people every day. We had Jim and Karen. Shout out to you guys for basically running the entire show here. But plenty of people were involved, and a lot of steps were made in the right direction this year compared to last year. Not sure what's going on behind the camera right now.
That car's a little squeaky.
Yeah, a little squeaky car. Anyways, and a huge shout out to Mackenzie Keelblock for, I've been joking around with her and whatnot about her job, but for real, the fan experience this year was unlike any other field and unlike any other ballpark. It was very different than last year as well. So huge shout out to everybody that helped with McKeon Park being, in my opinion, the most fun ballpark to come to, and the most welcoming and just enjoyable ones to enjoy watching a baseball game at. So huge shout out to them. I don't know if you have anything to add on that, but I mean, I feel like they did a great job.
They did an excellent job. It was awesome. I think we were one of the only teams with someone like Mackenzie to actually have an experience at the game besides baseball itself, which is phenomenal. And then the game day people just doing the behind-the-scenes work to make everything run. You can't just show up to a ballpark and have people play baseball in this league. You need things done. You need work to be done. And those game day people were great at getting that work done and making everything seamless. So thank you to them.
There's so much work done behind the scenes around the Cape Cod Baseball League that I feel like goes unnoticed. And, it's all these people putting in all this time, putting in this hard work that really make things just go so smoothly. I mean, the fans that come to the games, they probably don't notice half of the stuff that's going on. But there's a lot that goes on and a lot that is required out of these people. So, shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that does that. But another group I want to shout out is just the guests that we've had on the show. You talk about Mackenzie Keelblock. She was on the show at one point, but this parking lot preview has been one of my favorite things of the summer to this point, and the fact that we've been able to have on all of our coworkers that I've wanted to be on the show, and giving them a chance to kind of show their personality a little bit, talk about what they do, and give those fans that I said may not know what's going on behind the scenes, give them a little bit more insight onto what's happening. We've had some funny guests, some serious ones. Shout out Grant McNew.
Shout out
for being one of the serious ones, of course. But we've had a lot of analytics guys come on the show, and even Bria Losick gave us best of both worlds. A little bit of humor, a little bit of analytics. Shout out to her. Shout out to everyone, though.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we had a guest, it was a pleasant experience.
Great group.
I feel like every intern that was brought in this summer just really meshed well with the group, and I really have no complaints with anybody. And I think the hiring team did a great job. So shout out to everybody that came on the show. Thank you for making it easier for us to come up with some content. And sometimes we were a little dry and we didn't have a lot coming into the show. Being able to talk to some people and get their point of view on things was definitely nice. So shout out to all the guests out there. I don't know, you got anything to add on the guests?
No, they were awesome. Made this show a lot more interesting than just seeing the same two people every day. So shout out to all of them. They were phenomenal.
Speaking of the same two people every day, Mr. Jason Bouet, Mr.
Ben Pope, yes.
Not here today. It's our job to get this parking lot preview out to you guys, out to the fans. But those guys put in the work. Those guys were here every day that we weren't, and did a great job. The bells are ringing.
Scared me.
Anyways, shout out to them for as a team, the four of us. I don't know. Maybe the viewers don't know. We're all the writers. Myself and Matt Coates, along with Jason Bouet and Ben Pope. We were all the writers. Got our stories done, 2 stories a night, every night, and got this parking lot preview out every day. So a lot of fun, gives us a lot of flexibility to have a lot of creativity and not be doing a game recap every night and not be doing, a parking lot preview every day. We got to kind of switch things up, keep it fresh, keep it fun, and I even got to write a feature story because I wasn't super focused on one thing at one time, So shout out to them for, being here and allowing all of that creativity and flexibility as well. But on that note, I want to jump into the broadcast team because this is going up to YouTube. A lot of the people that's probably watching this watch those broadcasts, and you know, the broadcasters, Jacob Irons, Mickey Doolittle, Michael Kersing, shout out to them for being there every game, and you know, a couple appearances from the producers on the broadcast, Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp, and Grant McNew, as I mentioned, doing a ton of work behind the scenes. Shout out to them. But I believe we have the best broadcast on Cape Cod. I believe that they make things really just accessible to everybody, and do a great job at what they're doing. And I worked with the broadcast team last year, and the steps that they've taken this year to even increase it more, or just, you know, make it better than it was last year, are really good stuff. And you know, shout out to all of them. Abby Stokes as well, was in and out a little bit, but she was kind of running the show over there with the broadcast crew. Bria Losick, we already mentioned, but everybody involved with the broadcast really did a great job. You know, a lot of them came on the show, almost all of them, if not all of them, came on the show here with the parking lot preview, gave us great insight to all that stuff. But that's, again, the type of thing where a lot of stuff behind the scenes happening that not a lot of people know about. You know, those graphics that pop up on the screen all the time. Most teams aren't doing that. You know, we got some interns that really want to put in the work and really just make things as professional as possible, and it really turns out to be a good product. So shout out to them. I mean, you know, I don't know who else we can shout out at this point.
I think we got them. I think we got the whole org. Thank you to the whole org.
You know,
Harbor Hawks Nation.
I got one more group to shout out, and that is Harbor Hawks Nation.
Bang.
Shout out to all of you out there, all the fans. You guys made this possible. You guys made, you know, this show, this parking lot preview show possible. We couldn't have done it without you guys and your continued support. We've had a great time, and I know I have. I know Matt has. I know Jason, Ben. It's a pleasure to you know, come out here and sit in some lawn chairs and be able to talk baseball, and you know, we've had a great time. You know, getting to, you know, we're writers by trade, but we get to do some fun stuff, record some videos, and it's been a great time. So shout out to all the fans for watching. Shout out for everybody who's you know, even watched one episode. If this is your first one, thank you. I really appreciate it. I know we all do. So you know, this has been such an interesting experience for me, such a great experience that, you know, I'm not gonna lie, if I bring a parking lot preview type of thing to my future endeavors, don't be surprised, because this has been awesome. And again, it's all thanks to the fans. So shout out to you guys. Matt, if you got anything to add, let it fly.
I think that's it. Thank you to...
You know what we gotta do? Favorite moment
of
of the season. If you were thanking somebody, go ahead.
No, just everyone that we already thanked. Go Harbor Hawks Nation.
Anyways, I want to get your favorite moment of the season.
Favorite moment of the season, one that you guys won't be
games.
surprised. 49 games. It's going to have to be the 6-run, bottom of the 9th, comeback at home against the Kettleers. That whole game was just such an interesting experience. It was raining. There were not a lot of fans here. All the interns we got meshed in our one spot. I never sat down the whole game. I was standing, I was talking, I was having fun, and then we won that game in dramatic fashion. I'm not going to lie, I did not have a lot of faith that we were going to win that game, and then somehow, some way, we pulled out 6 runs at the bottom of the 9th and won the Battle of Barnstable that night, and that was awesome. A lot of fun. Everyone was jumping and going crazy during that entire rally, and it was just a really, really great environment.
Those Cardiac Hawks, man. A lot of comeback wins, a lot of fun times. But yeah, that Katuitt game was definitely one of the best. Definitely up there for top moment for me as well. But, you know, I'll try to be different here. But, you know, it's tough to come up with one moment. You know, we've spent a little over 2 months with the team. You know, went to Hartford. That was definitely a really fun moment for me, being able to, you know, me and you recorded a preview in the parking lot at the at Duncan Park.
Duncan Park.
That was super fun, and you know, even just doing these parking lot previews every day, such fun times, great moments, and even off the field. You know, when we all leave, when we go home, you know, getting dinners with people, going to the Chili's in Wareham. I don't even know. A lot of stuff happened after the games, before the games. Just a great summer overall. We did a parking lot preview on the beach.
Yeah.
I don't even know. There's a lot of moments. Hard to narrow it down to one, so I won't pick just one. There were plenty that could be up there. So, you know, on that note, I think we can wrap it up here. Again, shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the entire Harbor Hawks organization, all the fans, players, coaches, staff, interns, everyone. You know, thank you all for making this summer great. It's definitely one that I won't forget for the rest of my life. You know, Matt, I'll let you get your last few words in here before we wrap things up. But, yeah.
Thank you all. It would be really embarrassing if 0 people watch these videos, so thanks for watching.
Yeah. On that note, You know, there's no game today, but there's still something that we have to say to end this off.
That would
And
be
is, go Hawks.